What is not covered in a long-term care insurance policy? A long-term care insurance policy generally pays for services up to your policy limit to help you with activities of daily living or if you have a cognitive impairment. These services typically include home health care, adult daycare, assisted living, bed reservation, nursing home, respite care, hospice care, stay-at-home benefits, and care coordination. But what doesn't it cover? The things the policy won't cover are called limitations and exclusions. Insurance companies typically will not pay benefits when there's a loss from suicide, attempted suicide, or intentional self-inflicted injury, or a loss from alcoholism or drug addiction, except for an addiction to a prescription med when taken in accordance with the advice of your doctor. They also won't pay if your need for care is from war or active war. They won't pay for treatment provided in a government facility unless otherwise required by law, except a Veterans Administration facility. Your policy may not pay benefits if you receive care outside of the U.S., its territories, Canada, or the UK, unless you specifically have international benefits. They won't pay for services when there isn't normally a cost associated with that service. For instance, if you have a local volunteer group that helps seniors and doesn't charge for their services, your policy won't pay them either. Makes sense, right? If you have a reimbursement policy, they won't pay your family member if they're providing care for you, unless 1, they are a regular employee of a facility or agency that provides the covered services. 2, the facility or agency receives the payment for those services, and then 3, your family member doesn't receive compensation other than the normal compensation for employees in their job category. However, if you have a cash indemnity policy, family members can be paid to provide care for you. A policy will not duplicate benefits for portions of covered expenses paid in 3 situations. Number 1, if it's payable by Medicare, they're not going to also pay. Number 2, if it's payable by any other governmental program except Medicaid, including the Veterans Administration. Or 3, if it's payable by any state or federal workers' compensation, employer liability, or occupational disease law, or any vehicle default law. An obvious exclusion is if your policy is not in force. If your policy requires regular premiums and you stop making those payments and thus your policy lapsed, you no longer have coverage and they won't pay benefits. The bottom line is long-term care insurance policies provide valuable benefits, but you should know the limitations and exclusions. I'm Kelly Augsburger, certified long-term care insurance specialist with Steadfast Insurance. If you have any questions or want to learn more, connect with me online or give me a call, and I'm happy to help.